step pyramid of Djoser sits at the heart of the Saqqara necropolis, recognized by archaeologists as the epicenter of early Egyptian stone masonry. While these massive monuments dominate the landscape, the surrounding desert is home to thousands of lesser-known tombs that receive almost no public attention. Inside one of these obscure locations, Tomb S2341, researchers have documented a carved panel that presents a direct challenge to the established timeline of Egypt's builders. This single overlooked artifact forces a re-examination of whether the historical record of early Egypt is as complete as we've been led to believe. This relief from Tomb S2341 displays a striking anomaly. Massive figures standing directly alongside standard workers. The scale disparity is most evident at the base, where a row of smaller figures, depicted as standard laborers, barely reaches the knees of the characters above them. To interpret this scene, we have to look at the royal cubit, the standard unit of measurement found on these ancient Egyptian rods. The hieroglyphic text accompanying the scene associates these large figures with a measurement of 7 royal cubits and 2 spans. When converted, that number describes a height of roughly 15 feet. While mainstream Egyptologists view these numbers as purely symbolic, the presence of such specific, fractional math suggests a level of literal intent that is difficult to dismiss as mere metaphor. Look closely at what these figures are holding. They are not carrying the ceremonial scepters or divine relics typically held by Egyptian gods. Instead, they hold adzes, practical tools like this bronze-bladed implement used for shaping wood and stone. Mainstream scholars point to the concept of hierarchical scale, an artistic convention where size represents social or religious status rather than physical reality. However, these figures are shown leaning forward, directing their adzes towards stone blocks. This suggests they were intended to represent a class of primordial stoneworkers rather than remote deities. The depiction of functional tools creates a divergence in interpretation, forcing us to choose between seeing them as religious symbols or as literal, physical engineers. These lingering questions regarding the true nature of the builders extend beyond ancient stone carvings and deep into the massive structures themselves. In 2017, the Scan Pyramids project used muon tomography to scan the interior of the Great Pyramid, tracking cosmic particles to locate hidden chambers. They confirmed the existence of a massive, unexplained void located directly above the Grand Gallery, a space that remains physically inaccessible and serves no known architectural purpose. Similar anomalies appear in underground radar scans across the Giza Plateau, though many remain unexcavated due to the logistical challenges of conserving active archaeological sites. This lack of access to hidden spaces, combined with unexplained measurements in tombs like S2341, leaves a vacuum in the historical narrative where legend begins to take root. The 15-foot figures at Saqqara and the hidden voids of Giza both point to the same reality. There are physical aspects of these sites that the current archaeological consensus cannot yet explain. Anthropologically, grand mythologies often serve as a vessel for genuine historical memory, preserving records of real events that have been transformed into legend over thousands of years. These giants may represent a deeply ingrained cultural memory of a masterclass of human engineers whose specific techniques and identities were lost to history. The Saqqara inscription serves as a tool for identifying specific gaps in our current historical understanding. Both the 4,600-year-old hieroglyphs and modern particle scans show that our current map of ancient Egypt still lacks the data required to explain these architectural and artistic anomalies. True scientific inquiry requires the humility to accept that the story of Egypt's original builders is a mystery that remains open for investigation.